on to Collingwood. Scott Pendlebury, after the game, just caught my ear when he talked about the new era under Craig McRae.
Yeah, he's been great. He's been, embracing the imperfections of the game, and it was messy at times tonight, but we want that. We want a chaos game, and it's a bit of a new brand for us, but we're embracing it, and we've got so much growth to go. But he's been so positive with us. Even his three-quarter time was all about taking the game on, getting after the Saints, and it was great.
Look, Nathan Buckley was there for a long time, but I think that game, some of the performances would have been difficult to watch. What caught my ear was an interview Darcy Moore gave after the game on 3AW.
Like all high-performing teams, you need a whack every now and then, so he's not afraid to give that, but he's certainly not a ranter and a raver, and a real trademark of his style so far over the summer has been his ability to delegate to his other coaches, which is always awesome to hear different voices, and yeah, he's certainly not a dictator, which is awesome.
Now, Scott Pendlebury denied to us the next day that he was referring to Nathan Buckley with the dictator comment. I mean, who would know? But you look at Brendan Bolton and Justin Leppich and the team he's got there, it's a pretty impressive team compared to the one Nathan Buckley had last year.
Absolutely it is, and you look at that as opposed to Luke Beveridge's team, and you've alluded to that tonight, and we've seen how Sydney have bolstered around John Longmire with Don Pike and the like and that experience. So they've built a great team, and you want to go and watch them play, and that's what Collingwood fans have now. I don't think in any way he was referring to Nathan Buckley. I don't see Bucks as a dictator.
But they haven't lost a game yet, Caro, so it's amazing how things can turn down the track after one game. Everyone's excited.
Every new coach
gets a honeymoon period.
We can only go on the sample size we've got, Matthew, and all the new coaches had a win, and it's refreshing.
And a bit harsh, I thought, on Robert Harvey and Sanderson and those guys, that the new group's better than them. Well, we've got to wait and see, I think.
It probably is harsh, and I'm not individually picking on those guys, but the players...
You always get a sugar hit, though.
Yeah, well, the players are pretty happy.
Coaches, new coaches, new sugar hit.
I just want to touch on an article, though, I saw from Brendan Bolton, who's another new coach on the midfield at Collingwood, and he said, there isn't too much they've left to Taylor Adams and Scotty Pendlebury. So he said, you're going to see a mix. This was a month ago. The good decision makers are in there. One of those, maybe an explosive mid, an inside bull and a running player. And I loved the different mix that Craig McRae did throw through there. So Pendle sat off halfback. So there's probably the running player in Jack Chris. So there's one guy going in. Then you see Goey. He's the explosive player that comes in. He does that next. Then you might have guys like Lipinski and these guys. There's the bull going at it in Taylor Adams. And then the last one is guys like Lipinski and those types, Dacos, who had it sort of on the run and the burst. So it was a really good mix that I liked of it. And we'll see how it lasts. I think, as I said, Scotty Pendlebury and these guys, Corns have had to adjust to new roles, and there's that guy Lipinski who was arguably best on ground. So
yeah,
good mix.
I do like, as you said, early days, and they've loaded up their halfbacks with attack. Dacos is there, and the runners that they've got there with Pendlebury is exciting as well.
Still raw for everybody. I'm interested in who blinks first on Jordan Goey. Someone's going to blink first, aren't they?
Well, they don't need to, I don't think. I don't think they need to, Hutchie. It's a fascinating one. But isn't it a situation where the club just comes out and says, we're putting all contract negotiations off until later on in the year? Because we want to see this.
But now, they run the risk of losing him.
Well, good luck if he does. Good luck if he does. He owes this club. Now, and I know it doesn't work that way anymore, but there is a little bit of loyalty that's required here, and I think Jordan Goey needs to pay them back with that, not only with his footballing ability, but you could not responsibly sign him now, Hutchie. And I'd be saying it's a 2-year deal if they do re-sign him.
Ironically, the best deal they're going to get, Collingwood, is now by a long way. As the weeks go on, people's preparedness to remember what happens is going to diminish, and his performance
he's going to want a long-term deal. He's 27 this time next year. Are you comfortable giving him a long-term deal?
By round 16, they might be wishing...
Are you comfortable giving him a long-term deal?
I don't think they're going to need to.
He put forward...
He'll take 2 or 3
You think Jordan Goey will take 2?
It's a consistent run of form has been the challenge for him, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's interesting. Collingwood's best deals now, and their worst deals probably around 23.
Essendon made Jake Stringer wait till, what was it, last year, around 16, 17? Do exactly the same.
And they paid appropriately, didn't they? Yeah.